안녕하세요. I hope you have a fever because I don't have just one fever. I've got 18 fevers, baby. Oh yeah. I really gotta work on my intros. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Matt from Diazable and I do music reviews. Thanks for finding me, thanks for coming on by, and thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, and comment if you like what you're seeing. So today I am checking out a band called 18 Fevers with their latest EP, Cut Me Up. I've covered this band before on my channel, but if you're not familiar with this band, they are a South Korean based, they describe themselves as death punk disco. So it's a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of punk, it's a little bit of metal, it's a little bit of hardcore, it's a little bit of rock. It's just everything you would want to say that is alternative. That's what 18 Fevers is doing. Yeah, and they've been a band since about, I want to say 2020. Around that time, they've put out a couple EPs and singles here and there. They play like crazy all over Seoul and Korea. I've seen them dozens of times. It's a mixed bill of Koreans and foreigners. It's a really interesting band, and they've traveled and toured in Europe and played at big festivals like Rebellion Fest. They've gotten themselves around pretty well. So if you're into punk music, for sure, I think you've probably heard this band before. But if you're not into punk, you might have not heard of them. But you know, this is your introduction. And like I said, I've seen them many times here in Seoul. They've played a million times. Great energy live and everything. So if you ever see them anywhere near you, go check them out. And with this new EP, Cut Me Up, they're delivering a very short and raw, energetic album or EP here that has a good mix of punk aggression with a real gritty attitude. And with this new EP and its short runtime of 3 tracks, I noticed that they have some really good deep and weighted bass lines, some really sharp guitar playing, and some really aggressive vocal styles. These are the like standout things for me. While the energy is undeniably like present, they have a lot of energy on here. The execution at times, with some tracks, they seem a little bit more vibrant than the others. The EP opens up with the title track, Cut Me Up, and the first thing I noticed is that it's very driven by the deep and punchy bass tones and the stop and go guitar riffing. Overall, this is like the backbone of the song, which gives it a very solid foundation. However, I will say that the chorus, it carries that 18 Fevers energy, it's there. But when they get more into the verses, things feel a little bit more restrained, and so they're known for like their vibrancy. It seems a little bit absent, and also the drums seem a little bit held back on this song, so they don't pop off as much as they have done before. And I think it's a mixing issue. They just don't sound as strong as they could be. So here's a clip of Cut Me Up for you.
Cut me, I keep coming back, begging for more. I keep coming back, begging for more.
I think that pulled back sound from them is a bit, I won't say jarring, but it's a little bit different from what they're known for, you know, with their high energy songs. Just a Nipple is where the band truly shines here by bringing some more upbeat, catchy, and grittier vocals and a very intense and almost black metal style drumming at times. And also the lyrics, you know, they're talking about censorship, add an extra layer of rebellion that this band is known for, and the gang vocals during the chorus really give the song a very strong and very cohesive sound. It's very 18 Fevers all around in terms of just the presentation, the execution. It's one of the better songs they've ever made and on this EP. So here's a clip of Just a Nipple. I really like that they included some gang vocals here. It sounds really cool. Meanwhile, we have Ignorance, which kind of slows things down a little bit and gives it a bit more of a melodic pop punk influence, which I was really surprised by. With that pop punk influence, you cannot deny that there's some Green Day and Blink-182 influence here, with just how the guitars are being played. There's a certain riff on here that I want to show you that you know, as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh, that definitely sounds like Green Day. And the way that her vocals are being sung during the choruses, they just remind me of Blink-182, that classic 90s punk chorus, or pop punk chorus. And I think they did a really good job of paying homage to these bands without copying too much from them. Like, it just sounds like a nice, like, if you get it, you get it kind of moment. And I think it's pretty dope. So here's a clip of Ignorance for you. Tell me that doesn't sound like Green Day. While the vocal mix feels a little bit off at times, in the latter half of the song, it definitely feels stronger, clearer, and just better in terms of delivery. So I would say throughout this EP, you know, 18 Fevers is definitely experimenting with different shades of punk here, whether it be more aggressive, distorted style punks, or more sing-along moment punks that are more reminiscent of pop punk. They aren't afraid to dabble in different genres. The bass work on this EP remains like a highlight for me because it's keeping the band very grounded with its very deep and driving presence. They didn't forget about the bass like some bands do, and I think that's well appreciated here. However, I will say there were some mixing issues, particularly with the drums and vocals at times. I feel like these certain moments kind of held the EP back a little bit, but they're not too bad in terms of like ruining the EP. Despite all that, this new EP, Cut Me Up, does a good job of capturing the band's raw energy and attitude. And I think, you know, just like always, they are going to just do better and just have more fun as they progress into their careers. And I see nothing but great potential in them. If you're a fan of punk music with a gritty edge to it, and you know, you like enjoyable, fun music, then I definitely think you will enjoy this EP. So I would give it a nice and solid 8 out of 10. Links down below, check them out. Always support your local scene, guys, wherever you're at, minus San Antonio and Seoul. Gotta love my home. So till next time, guys, see you in the pit.